everybody. Thanks for joining us on another episode of What to Watch. I'm Savannah Jones.
And I'm Rex Shavita. Today we're joined by Stakiah Washington, who plays Maya in the new Freevee show, Primo. So thank you so much for joining us and congrats on the role in Primo.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for having me here today. You know, it's been a great journey working on Primo and getting booked and the whole 9 yards. So I'm really excited to get into this interview.
Of course. So our first question is, your acting journey started at Lamar High School, which is pretty close to us actually, where you were introduced to acting and ultimately won a national monologue competition. So what was that experience like for you?
That experience was highly interesting, right? Because growing up in Flint, Michigan, where I was born and raised, we didn't really have like theater, extracurricular activities like that. So once I did make the move to Dallas in high school with my family, it was a drama teacher named Ira Steck who was like, I think you should audition and see what happens. So my junior year, of course, I obviously got in, right? And I did the August Wilson monologue competition. In the second year, I also did the monologue competition and became president of the drama club. And then I made it to the finals to perform on Broadway in New York City. So it was really, really exciting.
Wow. So had you acted before that?
Like in church when I was little, but really in high school at Lamar, that was really my first time, with the set and the lights and costume, like really, really acting. So I learned my fundamentals from Lamar High School.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
That was a really good opportunity, right? That competition.
Yeah.
That was great. So Primo is a coming of age story with a unique perspective because it shows a young boy being guided through his teenage years by his single mom, but also his 5 uncles. Exactly. So how was it filming this type of story?
It was exciting. It was an honor and a privilege because, as an actor, we do so many auditions and you never know which one is going to stick. And it's so crazy because Maya, the character that I played, just resonated with me so much. I didn't feel like I had to try hard or be something that I wasn't. I just felt like I could step into the role as myself and bring whatever elements of myself fit. And I actually have a video on my phone after I did the audition saying, hey, this is Maya from Primo. Tune in this date, this time. And I didn't know that I was like affirming that I would actually land the part. So wow. It was really great working with Shay and the whole cast. And I don't know if you all know, but my role of Maya is inspired by Shay Serrano's wife. So I of course, looked her up, saw how she was, her personality. So I tried to add little sprinkles and nuances of her. So it was just really, really fun overall.
That's pretty cool. You manifested it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So Rafa has a pretty big family, and I definitely related to this aspect of the story coming from a big Italian family. So did you have a personal connection to that story, or did you have a smaller family growing up?
Yeah, I have 2 older sisters, but I have aunties and cousins and a bunch of nieces and nephews. So I definitely resonated with that. Right now, I'm actually in Dallas visiting family. So I'm at my sister's house and I'm like rushing them all out the house. I'm like, I have an interview, get out of here. So it's literally like the uncles on Primo. And this morning, my nephew's trying to get in the bathroom and I'm like, too slow, too fast. Like the line that one of the uncles said. So we just have a great time. But yes, I definitely resonate with the uncles and their whole family dynamic.
Yes. So are there any really memorable or funny moments that happened during filming that you can tell us about?
Oh, it was so many. I mean, working with the uncles, they're amazing people and amazing artists, first and foremost. I got to give them their flowers, but I would have to say the scene in the pilot where it's Rafa's party and they have the banner and they're like, surprise. That was funny, just hearing the uncles argue with each other and improv and say different things. So I would have to say that was one of the funniest moments to try to still stay in a character, but not bust out laughing and run out the room because they're just hilarious and they're just great people, to be around.
Yeah, they seem like they have a lot of good on-screen chemistry. Like it seems really natural.
It is.
So you mentioned in another interview that this series will appeal to people of all backgrounds. So tell us a little bit more about that and why it's important to you.
I think, well, first and foremost, diversity and inclusion is always important. And I feel like we're heading in the right direction as far as entertainment in that aspect. But just to see representation of someone who looks like you or looks like somebody you know, or, you know, for children to grow up seeing people who look like themselves is highly important. And I love that you can find pieces of yourself in Primo and your family members. So it doesn't matter like what demographic you are, or race or gender. It's like something for everyone in Primo, you know? I think it's going to be it is right now, a very universal story that everybody can relate to. And I think that's what they're going to love about it.
So like you mentioned before, you moved to Dallas, you know, high school aged. So what are some of your favorite parts about living in DFW?
In the DFW, so right now I live in LA, but when I was in the DFW, I loved the food. Because people in Texas can eat. They can eat. That Southern hospitality always gets to me. Just being in a place where people, like, there's a sense of community, I'll say. I really love that. When I went to Lamar High School, I told my dad, this is a real high school. We're doing extracurricular activities. Like, it looked like something you'll see on TV. And people were just nice here. And it was a big support system, even from strangers. Like I was telling you, my theater teacher, Ira Steck, he just basically took me under his wing and supported me and still supports me. So I love that about the DFW area, the essence of community.
That's amazing, honestly. So that was our last question for you. But to end out the interview, we always like to do a speed round, kind of do, you know, fun questions and stuff like that. So we're about to get that started. Yes. So which of your castmates is most likely to break character during filming?
Ignacy, who plays Rafa. I'll give it to him.
Yes.
So Rafa's family, like we said before, has so many different personality types. So in your personal family, who is the funniest person in your family? I know I'm the funniest in my family. So.
In my personal family, I'll have to say my sister, Starisa. She is hilarious. Like getting ready for this interview, she's just in my ear singing and dancing around. She's the funniest, hands down.
So from all the characters in the show, which one would you want to be your bestie in real life?
I would have to say Drea, the mom. I feel like she's just so cool. I tell Christina all the time, you're like a queen. You're just so cool and fun to be around, and her spirit is just so vibrant and positive. So I would have to say her.
That's so nice.
And our final one, besides Primo, of course, what are some of your other favorite TV comedies?
I would have to say I love Abbott Elementary. I love the old school. I love Full House. You know, I got to give it to them. Yeah, I'll say those two. I mean, the list goes on, but I'll just keep it there.
Yeah, Abbott is one of my favorites too. I'm ready for next season.